tongue blocking, harmonica, bending, right? Our tongues are like this. When we start trying to bend, harmonica bend, right? That's just whole free. When we're starting tongue blocking, our tongue is like this. It sort of goes unbent, bend, unbent, step and a half, unbent, step and a half, and it springs everywhere. Right? So I'm just showing someone this process of kind of, you know, we almost need to sort of begin to do this. Yeah, we got to go from this, well, like, sort of out of control. Look at this, out of control, right? To then we've got to, especially with the whole three, because there's 3 bends on it. You've then got to gain some control. So start small. We're talking micro, and yeah, gaining control, firm, steady control. Now, some people are going to watch this and they're going to go, this guy's an idiot. He ain't got a clue what he's on about. Well, this is just something that's just come to me, okay? Because there's a few times when I've been advising somebody, and like some of the bends require or it can help when you drop the jaw, depending on what key harmonica you're on. Now, some holes are a smaller drop, some holes are like that, and then hole 1, sort of thing. Now, yeah, but trying to help people to bend over the internet, they tend to go, on hole 4, for instance, on a C harmonica, and it's just not the way to go. It's not going to be productive. So then you sort of go, right, drop your jaw a little bit, and they still drop it, but it's still like, or it's like that, too big a jump, and or even like I'm saying, helping a friend at the moment, and he's really good. He's come really far, but he's in that stage where he goes on hole 3, goes from unbent to like a bend and a half, really quick, tongue blocking, really sort of quick, and it's purely because of this. It's not his fault. It's just his tongue is untrained. It goes from that to that. That to that. And can you see all the springiness that's going on in the middle? Lack of control sort of thing. Yeah? So, we're starting out as people with a lack of control, and we're gaining some control. And we've got to learn to move in slow motion. Slow motion. Reason being, so musically, that's like in context. So there's a musical context for sort of bending in and out. But the content, you know, if you watch, say, a Tomlin's video or something like that, some of the others, they might try and get you to do this as a beginning bending. This whole when I started out, I didn't really do any of that. I just sat there going like this. And a couple of guys said to me, "That's not how I learn, mate. That's not the way." And I now know that it's not a wasted time, but through Tomlin's course, there's a better way now, because at some point, you know, he introduced the full bend, hit it straight off, go into it, maybe, you know, because the blues scale, blow, down, up, and then at some other point it was, you know, 2 draw, bend, and then another point it's whole step on the 3. So each thing's brought in reference in the context of music. Anyway, that's the only thing that I wanted to get across, as in regards to tongue blocking and bending, just gaining that miniature micro control, as opposed to working with this, which leads to frustration. 2 things that I've been refreshed on really is if you're in that process where you're bend training, right? Work with the same harmonica. Don't jump around. Just work with the same harmonica. C harmonica, decent harmonica, stay on it, work with it. It will pay, right? And same key, same harmonica. Don't jump around on different keys whilst you're in that place where you're training your ear roll. The other one was, yeah, you can watch a ton of YouTube videos, but once you've seen them all and you've taken some notes and you've got some tips that are going to work, don't keep watching YouTube videos. They will not make you bend better. You need to practice. Yeah. And what happens is I tried and tested this. There's a process. You're working on one bend. It's hard work. It's soul destroying to a point sometimes, right? At some point in your journey. But you master it. You get there. You get to a place where you're happy and you use it in the context of a song. Right, if you've done it with that bend, you will do it with another bend. As long as you see it in the same way. You approach the whole learning curve, pain barrier in the same sort of way. You did it with that one, you're going to do it with that one. Now, this video is only really for anyone who really struggles with this concept. And believe me, and some of you are going to go, "Oh, this kid talks too much. You know, what's he on about? Just do it." Yeah, that might have been easy for you. That's not been easy for everyone. And it's not easy for me, actually. I'm working on my half step on the 3. I've just been using the whole step on the 3 more. But it's brought up some sort of like doubts about my half step. I think it's too flat, maybe. Too flat. So that's just something that I'm working on. And getting it consistently. Anyway, I'm talking too much, so I just wanted to get this whole concept across. you know, when it comes to tongue blocking and bending, we need to start going unbent, micro, yeah. When it comes to the half step, maybe this might be a good approach. Unbent, stop. Test it on the app or on a keyboard. Test it on the keyboard, because you might be used to going sort of thing, and if you keep going and going, why aren't I getting better? Well, you ain't gonna get better if you keep going No, you need to go unbent. Let me get the tone. Not yeah, and it's not always after 6 months is you can then play it fast, but initially learning the control, training the tongue to move micro amounts, whole 3, how many increments was that? Is it musical? I don't know, but the point is there's a big scope there. There's a big scope, and that's why whole 3 can be challenging, because there's various options. Whole 4, there's one option. Just go as deep as you can, but the concept remains. Doing this, keep doing this, ain't gonna help. You ain't gonna get better. You've got to go slowly. Yeah, I hope that helps somebody just sort of go, right, okay, that's the motion that we need to go at it, not this. Start slow motion, bring it back slowly.